Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Indigo here. Hope you're having a good day or good night, whatever time it is when you watch this video. Okay. Girl, 3-day water fast didn't last 3 days. I did eat today. I definitely ate. I'm actually really happy that I ate. I had guacamole, plantain chips, and sushi. And I'm about to have this probiotic drink. Well, no, this isn't the probiotic one. This is the protein one. And then this is the probiotic Alpine lavender. I don't think I've ever tasted lavender, so we'll see what the lavender is giving. But I was sitting in Whole Foods and I was eating, and Spirit wanted me to. It dropped this download on my mind, and then one of my ancestors like touched my head to let me know that what I was hearing was like appropriate. It's what I'm being guided to do. Last night was like so weird. Okay, like where I sleep at, there's like houses behind me, and like this guy, first of all, this guy and his friend drove around trying to see who I was, because I was up at night like getting like leaves and stuff to like put over my area so people couldn't like really see me. And I think they were paranoid because they're like hood niggas, you know? So whatever, we acquainted ourselves with each other, but this man like drinks often. Okay, like even when I seen, it's always the weekend, he's always drinking. I don't do well with people who I can see have alcoholic issues. Like I've already dealt with people like that in the past. It's not really for me. And last night it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. He's calling my name. Like he's calling my name. Like I woke up to this man screaming my name. Like he's in the middle of the street, like calling out for me. And it's crazy because before I walked over there, I had a premonition of somebody coming over there and like trying to assault me. But like I literally sleep with my knife like in my little purse, and I keep my little purse like on me. So I'm like please don't let me have to it's gonna be a bloody motherfucking massacre, bitch, because I'm not gonna stop until you stop moving. Like I'm not gonna stop until you stop moving. Like that's the state. Like if you are trespass this area, like, and you know I'm over here, then you on bullshit, because we don't even know each other. I talked to him one time. We don't know each other enough for you to be calling my name at fucking, I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it was. It was an odd ass hour where a stranger shouldn't be calling my name drunk as fuck. And like God didn't let me get up. Like he told me not to move. He just said don't move. So I just didn't move. And he got in his car and he drove away. And I was like really happy about that. But then throughout the night, like it was just so many disturbances. People fucking coming in my dreams trying to tell me shit that they did or shit that they were a part of, and I'm just like, all you people are fucking boring. Like I don't give a fuck. Like leave me the fuck alone. Like this shit's fucking annoying. Like I'm tired of all of you at this point. Like just completely fucking over it. This is really good. This is real good. So I'm just gonna speak. Like I don't know how this is gonna come out. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I don't really care at this point to be tactful in how I'm addressing certain situations that I feel like should just be over at this point. We're gonna talk about Larry. Okay, Larry, aka LaShawn, aka LaShawn Watkins, aka Sean, aka LaShawn stole my actual last name and made it his middle name, Watkins. When I was younger, Okay? I don't have, I'm starting to uncover memories of my childhood. And when I was younger, I was always kept in the house. Like, my cousins lived below me, my foster family, the cousins that I had, they lived below me. And they would always go do stuff. They would always go do stuff, and I was never invited. Okay, I was never really taken out the house. I was always in the house. I had a fucking room full of toys that I was told were my foster were, because my mom had other foster children, and those were other foster kids' toys. But now I know that that's not true. Okay, she didn't really have many other foster kids. I remember 2 foster kids, Deidre and Daedra. Okay, growing up, I think Deidre was the one who would like take me around the house, and she would like sexually, like she would molest me. Okay, I would like try to tell people, but they like didn't listen to me. She also was one of the ones that ended up running away. Now the other girl, Daedra, she was sent to some other lady's house. This lady was like a medium between me going to see my quote unquote sister and my younger brother, who I'm actually not related to. And I never even thought that I was, to be honest. Like, I never felt related to them. And I could be, but I don't claim it. I don't claim it. I don't see it. It's not giving. Okay. I asked about her recently when I was staying with them after the whole situation with my ex-boyfriend happened, and they all were looking around at each other like they didn't want to say anything. Now, these are people that I'm aware, like, they kill people. So I feel like they did something to this girl, and they don't want to talk about it, of course, okay? But in my dream, I had a dream. So Larry used to have all types of guys come over. Like, the reason the whole sex work thing was ever imprinted into my mind was because I literally used to watch him have all types of men in the house. And you know, I got gifts and abilities, so I know it's in exchange for money. Like, I always knew that after these men would leave, he would be able to get weed, he would be able to get cigarettes, he would be able to do that, and he would be fine. Like, he would stop acting all fucking crazy and manic and shit. And as a younger child, like, I honestly adopted those behaviors. Like, there's shit that I did when I was like 17 years old that like a 17-year-old should not be doing. And I feel like I'm gonna make, because I have an OnlyFans for my YouTube channel, so I'm going to start like really getting into depth and detail about these things, because a lot of this stuff is not appropriate for YouTube. And then you guys can subscribe over there. I'm also releasing any books, anything that I write, like my short stories and stuff. They're all gonna be released on that site. So be on the lookout for that. I do have the link already. It's free right now, so if you subscribe now, you'll be subscribed for free now. Later, it's definitely gonna have a subscription. But anyways, so I grew up around this. One of my earliest memories was this guy coming to my door with his shirt off, telling me that I needed to get ready for bed. Cause I literally grew up listening to homosexuals have sex, like, all the time, and it's so scarring. It's so scarring. Like, my brain has done a really good job of just like boop, like boop, like taking shit out of his head. But very, very traumatic. Because our rooms were never far away from each other, and I always woke up around like 3 or 4 in the morning because people were doing magic on me. So I had a dream where, first dream I had was Larry and Terrence. If y'all know me, then you know who Terrence is, right? When I was younger, I didn't know. I knew he was an alcoholic, but I didn't know he was he did drugs. Like, he smoked crack and like all this crazy shit, right? Like, Larry would like boast about how he took him out of a crack house and quote unquote saved him, but really the tea is that Larry is doing magic on him and has an insurance policy out on him and is trying to get him to overdose so that he can collect an insurance policy on him. And I figured this out while I was there. There would be times where Terrence and I would have like conversations and I would be able to get to him, but like once you got a demon in you, you just got a demon in you, right? And then when I was there, like I noticed like he would be looking at me and I was like, I don't think I ever noticed this as a kid. I do remember one time I was walking around in like my pajama shorts and one of his friends were over and he made it like a scene in front of his friend, like for Terrence to be like, oh, I don't feel comfortable with you walking around with those shorts on. Pretty much trying to make it seem like I was soliciting myself to an older man as a younger child. But this was all a part of the plot, the ploy to make me seem as though I was a fucking whore. When really the dream that I had was, and I remember this night too, because I got my hair done that night and I remember somebody gave me some juice, and after I drank that juice and was crying because I hated getting my hair done, I fell out. Like I went to sleep. I was like knocked out, and I just remember waking up on the bed not remembering anything and everybody was gone. And then when they came back, they were like being mean to me and like snobby and snooty, and I didn't understand. But I had the dream where Larry was coercing Terrence in his intoxicated or drug-induced state to molest me, and they both were a part of it. Like they both were doing it. As like a younger child, I don't think he ever received love from my foster mother, his mother, and I think he may have felt that I received more love from her. And he was always jealous of me, but this is much deeper than it is. But growing up with him, like he would be so mean to me. He never said anything nice to me. I was definitely very mature for my age in the sense of I was extremely overly sexual as a child, but it's because people were literally molesting me and raping me, and I didn't have memory of this. But I am recovering memory of all of this now. So now I understand why it was that I was the way that I was. There's like a scene in my mind where there's a room full of men and I'm in the center of the room and all of these men are taking turns sleeping with me. I don't know. I feel like the divine was showing it to me and me being an older version of myself so it wouldn't be traumatic for me, but I don't feel like it was an older version of myself. I feel like it was a younger version of myself. I also had a dream about him and Delano laughing and being in this house and saying that, oh, he's dead. Like they kept laughing and saying like, oh, he's dead, we killed him. Yeah, he's dead, we killed him. And he's buried in the backyard. I don't know if this is my father. I don't know if this is, I don't know who this man is that they murdered, but they murdered a man. And this could have been one of Terrence's siblings, like his cousin or something, because Larry gets, for if they're federal agents or whatever watching this, if you look at the mail that gets sent to his house, you'll see that a lot of those 24/7 Calumet Boulevard, you'll see that a lot of those people, they don't live there. You never see them come in and out of the house, but the checks are getting cashed repeatedly. I know that he has Social Security out for me, because when I was there, Victoria Gay, a letter came in the mail, and I cashed that check. It was like $127, and I cashed it into my bank account, and I used it to take care of my daughter, because that was when I, left my bad situation and moved back in with them. While I was there, they tried to undercook my food and feed me like poison. They laced a blunt that they gave me and I almost died. Tried to do the same thing to my daughter. I don't really know, like, I don't really know. There are like memories I have where like he would like beat me, like he would like beat me, like it wasn't like a whooping, like he would beat me, and like beating is not, I don't even feel like whooping is like appropriate, but like would like do all types of, like one time he like took my head and smashed it into the wall, and I had like a minor concussion when I went to school that day. I just didn't say anything because I don't know, like I don't know why I didn't say anything. Like when I snuck out the house to go to Kivo's performance, I tried to like sneak back in, like he literally was punching me, and like I stood up for myself, like, cause I'm like, bitch, you're not gonna hit me like I'm a man, cause I'm not, bitch. And I was defending myself, cause I'm like, at this point this is too much, like this isn't right. And I think that kind of like shocked him. He started to realize like I wasn't a kid anymore. And that's why I ran away when I was 17. And then ran away again at 18. There's one time where I know he's been in contact with London. London, I don't know why you're trying to reach out to me to talk to me. I know the parts that you played in all of this shit. I'm not confused. Morgan, Cameron, Richard, Chris, Roger, Katie, Chemo, Michelle. I know everything about everything. And like Delilah, because Delilah, you knew what was going on the whole entire time and you didn't do anything about it. You were always trying to make it seem like, oh, you're trying to help me, you're trying to be there for me, and you were trying to do this for me and do that, but you knew what I was going through the whole time and you never did anything about it. Like when I was younger, he'd be like, oh, you're nothing but a check to me, like you're a burden, you're this, you're that. And like I'm just like, okay. So I would like steal from him, like I would steal money from him. Like I was a magician with that shit too, like I was really good at doing that, but it's because I knew he was stealing from me, trying to steal my innocence, literally stealing money from me. Shit, they stole me, to be honest. I've been having memories of my mother and my father in their house and them living very comfortably in like this beautiful home, a lot of white furniture. I have memories of my mom singing that Sunshine song to me. I don't know, like a lot of things are resurfacing. I don't know. I think Spirit just wanted me to make this. Like when he would send me to Brenda's house, she would be doing shit to me too, poisoning me, putting shit in my food, getting the kids to torture me verbally, physically. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the divine is like little by little giving me bits and pieces of it because he doesn't want to be overbearing. Because like even today, like I've just been kind of like crying a lot more than usual, and that's not, I don't know, it's not like it's not normal, but I mean it is kind of abnormal for me, at least at this point in my life. It's just kind of like purging out the truth of everything that's been going on. I kind of don't I don't know, once you live through some really traumatic shit, it's kind of just like when you're out of it, it's like, all right, like, all right, let's move on. Like, let's move on. Like, let's get to the happy part, right? But all of it in retrospect, this is the happy part. Because I really survived. And I feel like that's why I get mad when people judge me off of my appearance. Because, like, I'm so much more than that. And, like, people don't understand, like, what I've been through. And why it is that I'm as comfortable as I am in my skin and I wear the things that I wear. Because once you've been abused, once your body has been taken advantage of multiple times on multiple different occasions by multiple people that are supposed to love you, you begin to realize that your vessel has absolutely nothing to do with who you are. Even when people thought that they were putting me through a lesson and saying, oh, this individual needs to learn that they're deeper. It's not just surface level. It's deeper than the skin. I had already known that. So even when people thought, oh, I was choosing partners because they look good, it's like, no, I actually can read their heart. And I know the reason that they are is because they don't have love in their life. Because I was the same way. So people have said shit and spoken on my name as if they fucking can read my shit, but it's fucking deeper than that. And most of you bitches didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about. Sorry. And I think like there's this one incident with these two guys, and I can't remember their names. But like when I was younger, like going to the studio, being around people that were making music and creating art, like that wasn't anything that was new to me. I remember I started working at this bar, and I had to scout certain people for certain jobs, and there was somebody that I scouted for a certain job. And this is when I realized like the mind and magic and all that shit is really real, because these men were manipulating my mind and manipulating my thoughts to get me to have sex with them. And I was definitely raped and assaulted by these two men. And in the middle of it, I realized like my mind was being manipulated. And so I stopped it from happening. And then started expressing my feelings about the matter. But it's like he kept trying to manipulate my mind into it even more. And then his friend tried to like save me and like take him home. And then I ended up sleeping. I don't even know where I slept. But I know I woke up with him like touching my pants, like trying to take my pants off. And I like woke up out of my sleep. And then he like took me home. And then like on the ride home, he's saying like, oh, I don't want to go to jail. Like I have a sisters that I have to take care of. And blah, blah, blah. I don't remember these people. And I blocked them on social media. I remember the guy went by like G Pro Rockefeller or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But as I sit and think about this shit, Charles, Chuck, these people, I'm like, I feel like they all know each other. I don't know. It's just weird to think about it. And I guess I'm like at that point in my life where even this tarot shit, like bitches have been so fucking rude and nasty. Like a lot of you bitches are ugly at heart. Like you're ugly at heart. And the Most High has found a place for you, because you serve a lot of people that look just like you when it comes to your heart. He kind of made it aware to me like everybody has a place in this world, and just to let that be their place. But I think I've refrained from like really saying how I feel, because how I feel is that I've always kind of felt above a lot of people. And it's simply because I've experienced really dark shit in my life, and it's never changed my heart. It's never changed my heart. And that's why I feel that I deserve to be in the position that I'm in. Because there's nothing anybody could do that would change me. And a lot of you people have been changed because of the situations that you've experienced and the circumstances you've had to succumb to. So I'm stepping into that era where I don't give a fuck how anybody feels, what anybody's opinion is. I don't give a fuck about an apology. I don't give a fuck about an acknowledgement of who it is that I am after your lack of understanding and having to reflect and realize that the things that you're projecting onto me come from your broken heart and your fucked up situations that you've experienced, and your lack of wanting to admit that you were wrong and apologize face to face, but you'll do it in the spiritual, or you'll do it indirectly. A lot of you fucking people You think that you stand 10 toes down, but you don't. You hide behind closed doors. You don't lead by example. You lead by what you think you know. And the places that you think that you've healed in. And you've done absolutely none of that. Yet you want to give a world full of people advice and some shit that you haven't even acknowledged. Because the wicked never rests, right? So at this point in my life, I truly don't give a fuck. And it feels really good to feel that way. It feels really good to feel that way. I don't care anymore about any of you, what happens to you, what doesn't happen to you, if I'll ever see you again, I don't care about anything besides creating the family that I've always desired to have, accumulating the wealth in which it is that was stolen from me and my family, making a very impactful, earthquaking ass change in this fucking world. So much so to the point to where there will be people that will come for me and I don't give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck. Like, I'm willing to die for everything that it is that I stand for. And I say that wholeheartedly. And a lot of you fucking people are scared to die, and that's why you can't stand for shit. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna like this video, because that's just how it goes over here on my channel. But for the people that do support me, I fuck with you, and I appreciate you. But yeah, I don't know. Have a great day, guys, because it's all you can really do, right?